Okay, we are here to talk about the best and most optimal picks for X's Awakenings. It's pretty pretty obvious once you think about it, but yeah, let's just kind of get right into it. Obviously, the first and best picks. Yep, you guessed it. Castellast, Specialized Training. These two in tandem together are absolute devastating. Cast last makes your buff last 75% longer, which is absolutely ridiculous for X's special. Let you beat the crap out of your opponents that much longer. And specialized training makes it do more damage and heal you as well, I believe. Now in this clip, it's just caster last and heavy impact that I have, and just look at all the damage and the duration that it's providing me. Like, it's just so much damage across the board. Well, I believe. So anything that increases the healing and damage potential of your special, just monster. These two are just absolutely destructive together. And plain and simple, you get these two, you're gonna have a good time. Obviously, that didn't kind of go across right. There we go. Whew. Okay, obviously if there's any chance you're facing a brawler and you're having a bad time, Swagger, Stagger, and Unstoppable are gonna just be how you kind of shut them down, at least a little bit. Swagger, Stagger, I feel has more potential because it just constantly heals you, gives you more speed when you're hurt. It's fantastic. Unstoppable is good for when you first get hit. If you continue to get hit, it doesn't really have its effects because it's only when you're not hurt. You take 90% knockback, or not 90% less knockback, and you take 10% less damage from it. So if you're hurt and you're still getting hit, it does nothing. So Swagger Stagger ultimately is more useful for sure. All right, then we have the best picks aside from the first two. Like, the other two are must-haves for sure. These are just great choices that you can't go wrong with. Which first, Chrono Boost makes your dash longer range, as well as it boosts buff duration by, I think, 35%. So if you get this and Castellast, like over 100% more duration on your special, so much more time to beat the shit out of somebody. It's gonna be exceptionally good. Then we have Heavy Impact. Again, great choice, and it makes any of your impacts hit harder, as well as if you get multi-hits, it reduces cooldowns. Huge. Absolutely huge. Prime Time, another great example. Fucking more spinning and reduce cooldown on it, I believe. Is it reduce cooldown or is it more damage? Probably reduce cooldown. Either way. More spinning. Tempo Swing. Best, really, like, it's just a solid pick on any brawler. It's 4% more damage and healing for yourself. And yeah, really, really fucking good. Extra special, again, really fucking good. 40% reduced cooldown on your special, as well as it resets every face-off. Or is it every set? Maybe every set. I don't know. I have to double check that. But still, really fucking good. Anything that reduces your special cooldown, amazing for X. And that's another follow-up right there with Perfect Form. Does something similar every time you get a hit? It reduces cooldowns across the board. More special, more hits, boom, boom. Kind of just plays off each other. Fantastic choices. And then another good choice is 1-2 punch. If you hit something and hit it again within 2.5 seconds, more damage. Very self-explanatory. You're just punching the crap out of somebody. You're gonna fill them in even more. And speaking of filling them in even more, Stinger. Stinger just absolute destroys. Every time you hit somebody, 12.5% of their max stagger burns over time. It's perfect. It's so good on so many characters. It's such a strong, hard-hitting awakening. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, those are definitely the best picks overall. And I guess we come to pretty good picks. So obviously X goes for more fighting. Gets KOs, more damage, so prize fighter is really good. Pretty self-explanatory. Big Fish, again, Increases your size and stagger, which is always huge. I guess later on, like peak performance and stuff that increase from your increased stagger gives you more ability, like peak performance. I'm pretty sure I have it down here. These things do not line up very well. Yeah, I have peak performance down here. Like, it's a pretty good pick, but it's only if you have a higher stagger, because that gives you speed. So that's kind of what I'm talking about now. Either way, just throwing it out there. Okay, then we have Big Fish. We have Adrenaline Rush. Reduces all cooldowns by 1 second. Pretty good. You get a kill, increases your speed temporarily for about 8 seconds, I believe. And reduces cooldowns across the board by 5 seconds. It's pretty good. I mean, get kills, get a little perks from it. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Bulk Up, again, increases size and stagger power, I believe. Stagger power, yeah. Glass Cannon, like, I'm not, like, super sure of. Like, it's kind of maybe more of, like, a controversial pick, but basically every 2.5 seconds you're gaining stacks of speed and damage. So if you can avoid kind of taking hits, which is kind of hard for X because he kind of has to get in there, you can kind of maybe build up to like a more like a hit and run style, like you get a hit and kind of get out. Though it would be kind of hard to not take damage from anything, but it's there, and you build stacks rather quickly. Like again, at 2.5 seconds for a stack, so you'll get uses out of it. And then Super Surge increases your dash effects and your dash damage. His dash damage, or X's bull charge, is really strong if it can hit, and so this makes it better and probably more reliable. I think it makes it bigger AoE. I know Chrono Boost increases the range. I'm pretty sure this is the general effect of it. Yeah, that's it for like the good overall picks. Obviously, these are just much better, way better than all of these, but these are just good kind of little additions if you're not like being able to get like first picks and whatnot. But come on, if you're X, you're gonna be #1 dog every set, right? Okay, so last resort picks. These are like good picks overall. Like could be better, but there's something that you just you generally could pick up. So again, peak performance works really well with other stagger increasing abilities, such as like Bulk Up, Big Fish. Pretty much that's it. So it increases your speed based on your stagger. Pretty good. Stacks on stacks. Hitting stuff more gives you stacks. The more stacks you have, the more speed you get. Just straight up. Very simple. It's okay, but if you die, you lose your stacks. Same goes with Prize Fighter, obviously. I didn't really mention that, but just while I'm talking about it here. Built different. Again, pretty sure that's more stagger as well as, or size and damage. It's okay. Increasing size isn't always the best for brawlers. Like I remember it used to be, but kind of makes things a little. It's okay. Again, okay pick. We got Rapid Fire in here, which again, it's pretty good. Increases or reduces your spin cooldown, your primary, by 33%. So it's always it's an okay pick. Same with Twin Burst or Twin Turbo or whatever it's called. It gives you another dash cooldown, which is alright. It's pretty good. Pretty self-explanatory with that one. Quick Strike reduces your strike cooldown, as well as when you strike you get more of that energy. It's again okay. Energy doesn't really change too much with X's gameplay. Doesn't make him a better brawler really. Kind of. Like maybe if you're like really struggling to really keep up and keep punching the guys, it's okay. Aerial, also pretty okay. Makes your dash slightly better. Longer? Is it longer? Longer or faster? I can't remember. But it's okay. And it has like some projectile based effects to it, which doesn't really change anything for X. It's just an addition. So some like characters like Luna could get good use out of that. And then I would put this in a lower tier if I could, but it's just like your abilities that hit the core hit harder, like 10%, so that's like next to nothing, and reduces that ability's cooldown 30%. X's cooldowns are a little hard, or harder, to hit the core with, or like you kind of like don't really want to charge at the core because that, like, unless you're really sure, you're committing pretty hard to that hit, and it's not like not super strong. The spin also, like, you have to be really sure you're lined up and trying to hit the core where you want it. So like it's okay. It's probably the last item I would pick aside from these, which is Monumentalist, Creationist, Deadeye. I don't know what this one is, but I know it's another range-based perk. You never pick them. They give you a warning, like there's a fucking triangle next to it. You fucking pick that. You're an idiot. Like, even if it was trying to pick it so somebody else didn't get it, I wouldn't even bother. Like, if you pick something like this, you're just an idiot. Like, what's your problem? Like, what are you thinking? And then you have all the Spark stuff, which I do not care about. Like, Spark stuff, it's all right. It's a cool addition. Like, you either go for all Spark stuff or you just don't touch it whatsoever. I wouldn't bother with it whatsoever. Just, there are so many better options, so many good items, and especially like the top picks here, my expert level picks. Yeah, should be exactly what you're looking for. Also, I will mention the starting gear. Starting gear, relatively important. Pretty much, it's always guaranteed pick of either pummelers or the vicious vambraces. Vicious vambraces. That's a mouthful. But yeah, the vicious vambraces are, I'd say, more so for if you're facing another brawler, because lifesteal usually gives you the upper edge when you're in terms of fighting somebody constantly anyways. So, and pummelers, if they have nothing to really slow you down or stop you, you go with the pummelers. It gives you more stagger against, or some more damage against staggered enemies, as well as when somebody is dead and you have the striker advantage, it gives you speed, which 15 or 16 seconds when somebody's dead, like that's a pretty big speed boost. And so that gives you much more of effect than, I say, like the slick boots or slick treads or whatever they're called, because that's only 1 second of speed after you hit the core or hit something. So definitely those two for your gear options. I would throw. I don't have an image with this tier maker, but generally that's what I would do. So those are that's it. Yeah, you got it right here. These are your fucking best picks. If you get these two at the top, Castellast and Specialized Training, you're gonna dummy people like crazy. And anything else on top of that is just savage. But always keep in mind, facing brawlers, definitely look out for these ones, because you're gonna need them. Because people hurt, and the longer the game goes on, the more crazy shit happens. Like, you can go pretty big in this. But yeah, that's just about it for my tier list for shit. So thanks for watching. Glad you guys stuck it out, and stay tuned for some more excellent content.